Stay in your lane and stick to it. I repeat, stay in your lane and stick to it. What does that mean? Well, that means that all human beings, all people, if you have a pulse, you have a mindset, you have a mentality, you have things that you love, you have things that you hate. Your main goal in this life is to find what gravitate towards you and stick to it. And I'm not just gonna say stick to it, but your goal is to find it and grow and learn with it, because those things, whatever it is going to define you and it's going to help you create the life that you want. Okay, so when I say find your lane and stick to it, find your lane, stick to it. Now, why? Why do you need to stick to your lane and stay in your lane, right? Now, don't get it messed up. I'm not saying that you can't go out and try new things. You can't go out and have I'm not saying that you can't go out and explore, figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like. But once you do figure out what you like, don't get greedy. Learn and expand. That's big. Expand. Expansion is huge, okay? So I wrote 5 points why sticking and staying in your lane is something that you should be focused on, okay? My first one is mastery comes from focus. When you immerse yourself into your craft, when you immerse yourself into something that genuinely speaks to you and genuinely is for you, then you are in a consistent state of evolution. You are in a consistent state of growth and development and life and all of the beautiful things, because you are allowing yourself to build off something that you're already doing. If you keep switching on from this thing and then that thing and then this thing and then that thing, you're never going to see any progress. You're never going to grow. You're never going to learn. You're never going to build. You're just going to be in this perpetual state of falling. You're never going to actually have a linear sign of growth, and that is very detrimental to your future. So if you want to master something, you have to focus. If you want to master something, you have to be immersed into it. Stop worrying about everything else. Stop worrying about everybody else. Lock in. Stay locked in, and you'll be straight. My next one is your energy is limited, okay? You are a human being, and you are born, and you wake up every single day with a limited amount of energy. Shout out to Hamza, because he put me on to this. When you wake up, you are given this thing called brain points, right? And let's just say you have 100 brain points. Every single habit and every single thing that you do takes a few brain points off, okay? So if you wake up and the first thing that you do is scroll on your phone, you're already taking 10, 20, 30, 40 brain points away before you even did anything for the day. That's why it's very important to not be on your phone as soon as you get up. Do what you need to do first, okay? So this is like my little routine. I've already talked about it before, but I wake up, I drink water, I do my little skincare routine, and I meditate, I journal, and then I record. I get all of the things that matter out of the way that don't take up too many brain points. Like none of that stuff takes away that many brain points. Probably takes like 2 brain points. The biggest thing that's going to take away the most brain points is this right here, is filming. I know that this right here is going to be the quote unquote hardest thing, followed by editing and posting. So I get this out of the way first, before I hit the gym, before I eat, before I scroll on my phone, before anything, I get this done, okay? So realize that your energy is limited, and when you focus on just one thing and stay in that one lane, it's easier for you to channel your energy in the right direction than doing a whole bunch of different things and being in a whole bunch of different lanes and not knowing if you're doing the right thing or not. Does that make sense? Boom. My next one, very basic, but very real. At the end of the day, your consistency is going to build your reputation. Whether you are an artist, whether you are a creator in some sort, whether you are a doctor, no matter what you are, the consistency in the small habits that build up the big thing is going to build your reputation. It's going to build who you are. It's going to build your trust for the viewers. It's going to build your trust for, the patients, your trust for the consumers, whatever you're into, compared to dibbling and dabbling in here sometimes, or going really, really, really hard and then being stagnant. When you are making those small steps to just, okay, boom, let me grind right here. Let me put a little bit of work right here. Let me do a little bit of stuff right here. Then they're going to be like, oh, okay, this person is slowly building the foundation. This person is slowly building the castle. They're not just trying to go straight to it, because that's not how it works. That's not how consistency is built. That's not how trust is built. Everything takes time. Embrace the time. Don't try to rush to the end. Embrace the time and realize that the time is what makes it worth doing. The progress is what makes it worth doing. That's why staying to your lane is so important. My next one, kind of like I was saying earlier, at the end of the day, when you are comparing, it slows you down. So stop comparing. Comparison is a thief of joy. Comparison is a thief of growth. Comparison is a thief of speed. Comparison takes away a lot of things, okay? So when you are so immersed into your own lane, you don't have the time of day to think about others. You don't have the time of day to compare yourself to other people's success. If you are in a state where you are comparing yourself to other people's success, that means you're doing something wrong. That means that you are not actually focused. It means that you are not actually immersed. And it means that you are not actually dedicated, or maybe you're not even passionate about what you're doing. Because a real creator and a real focused being will not let somebody else's work get in the way of their creativity. It will not let somebody else's work get in the way of what they love, okay? So constantly ask yourself, am I doing this strictly for the love of the game? Or am I doing this for a check? Or am I doing this for validation? What am I doing this for? Because that is very important. A lot of people don't know what they're doing this for, and that's the reason why they're not making anything happen. Okay? My last thing is, at the end of the day, your lane is going to fit you the best. It's not going to fit your best friend. It's not going to fit your mom. It's not going to fit your cousin. It's going to fit you the absolute best, okay? So realize that you were made for this. You were always made for this. If this speaks to you, this is something that you water. This is something that you really give light and give love to, because you were made for this. It was embedded in your DNA before you even incarnated here. It was already there for you. Your only job was to remember that, embrace that, and build from it. That was it. Everything else is a facade. Everything else is not important. You were made for this lane, okay? So stay in it, embrace it, love it, and grow, and you will thrive, I promise. I promise. That's all I got for this video today. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. I have one-on-ones. If you want to work with me specifically, just DM me or click on the link in the bio. Yeah, have a good one.